Test. There we go. Now we are live with real audio. And speaking of audio, what is this? Diario AS, best moments from the No Kings rally across the United States. So I hope everyone was able to get out and enjoy the just the anti-Trump sentiment that was in the air over this weekend. Millions of people going out into the streets to protest Donald Trump, and really, you know, I've seen some things where it's like, oh, there were no arrests. That means that it didn't go far enough. But we have to keep in mind, Donald Trump and the Republicans hate looking like they're unpopular. That's the one thing that Donald Trump hates. He gets into office and he lies about his crowd size at his inauguration. They insist that they're popular. They insist that they have the momentum. They have the support of the American people. It was a landslide mandate election. And so everything that Donald Trump does, the entirety of America is behind him, supporting him in his endeavors. So any kind of protest like this, where you bring millions of people out into cities all across the country, that is actually going to eat away at them. It's going to make them feel less confident, and I think it's going to make Democrats feel more confident to actually feel like they're emboldened to resist Donald Trump. And honestly, like, maybe if it emboldens some Republicans to not go along with everything Trump has to say, that'd be good too. Hey Ray, happy to have you here tonight. Well, you guys are not hearing any audio. There we go.
All these fascist cops.
We want to show our support for democracy and for fighting what is right.
I think that the state of the world that we are in right now is really horrible. I want my rights back. I'm pissed off. I need Trump out of office. And yeah, no kings.
And something that you'll probably be hearing a lot of people saying is that at this point in time, as much as people hate police officers, it is important that there weren't any significant clashes between police officers and protesters, because right now, police are they are at a tipping point with ICE, where ICE is a organization that is so out of control. And we'll go over some videos where it's like police officers interacting with ICE agents. But ICE is completely out of control, and they are stepping on the toes. They are annoying the big city police officers, just like police officers everywhere, but especially in cities where Donald Trump is trying to occupy these more liberal cities like Chicago, like DC, like LA, where ICE officers, or not ICE agents, are tear gassing police officers. They are getting the cops called on them because they're just going plain clothes and trying to abduct people out of businesses, out of stores. Like in parking lots, they're causing collisions. They are just wreaking a havoc in cities. So as much as really police are the kind of traditional enemy of leftists and socialists and progressive people, at this point in time, they are a remembrance of the old institutions that existed before Donald Trump got into office, and they do need to be kind of a sticking point to help people resist ICE and this new fascist authoritarian thug organization, which is ICE. So it is good to see that there weren't clashes between police officers and protesters over the weekend. F you, Pee Wee German. Oh my God. I mean, yeah, this is all just going to be mockery. It's all going to be just trying to sway public perception of Donald Trump and his Republican cronies. That's really all that it can be without going into any kind of more meaningful resistance, whether that be a general strike, whether that be like trying to actually slow down economy or do other things. But right now, I do think that this is effective. I think that this is a message to the Democrats as well as the Republicans, but especially to the Democrats. People are adamant, people are hungry for you to actually do something, for you to come up with a plan and just say, just vote for me, and I'm going to do everything in the power of Congress to restrict this guy, to fight against his agenda, and to bring power back to you, bring representation back to you. I think this is a message to Democrats to get off of their asses and actually try to fight for their country. But we'll see if the Democrats can actually pick up this ball and run with it. We'll be covering the Zohran Mamdani and Andrew Cuomo debate later today. And I think that's a great example of kind of the new surge of younger Democrats that are actually want to bring change to the system versus the older Democrats that just think that everything's fine. And if we're just not as bad as Republicans, that should be good enough, right?
Best at everything. Indigenous and all people of color globally.
Getting a lot of good effigies from this. The toilet brush, that's pretty good.
No one's above the law. If there isn't due process for everyone, there isn't due process for anyone. And all of this rising, cracking down on cities and thinking you're above the law, it's just got to stop. This isn't who we are.
The truth is that Donald Trump is the most corrupt president in the history of the United States of America.
Fight. Yeah. And right now, we all...
This moment is not just about one man's greed, one man's corruption, or one man's contempt for the Constitution. This is about a handful of the wealthiest people on earth who, in their insatiable greed, have hijacked our economy and our political system in order to enrich themselves at the expense of working families throughout this country.
I mean, yeah, basically, like any Democrat with a finger on the pulse, anyone who actually thinks they have an idea of how they can resist Donald Trump, is going to take this opportunity to campaign, pretty much. And that's what we need right now. We need Democrats to campaign, to actually give promises that they're going to try to keep when they get the majority in Congress back. And anyone that's not campaigning on this day is simply not up to the task of being an elected official, especially while there's a wannabe fascist in charge, while there's a guy that's trying to consolidate power to bring about his own authoritarian fascist state. So we have Bernie Sanders, we have J.B. Pritzker. Sure, like AOC did a rally, did a speech, more interviews. See what Mehdi Hassan has to say here.
I am everything Donald Trump loves. I am the Trump trifecta. I'm also a bit of a socialist. But shh, don't tell Stephen Miller. He alarms quite quickly. Can I just say, it is so heartwarming to see so many of you out here in D.C. today. D.C., make some noise. We need to make sure today that they hear us in the White House and in the Capitol. All week, I've heard Speaker Mike Johnson and Republican members of Congress say that this rally, the No Kings rally, is a hate rally. A hate rally. The people who can't get through a single day without hating on late-night comedians and overweight soldiers and Muslim politicians and Mexican immigrants and Palestinian refugees and black women and transgender kids and peaceful protesters and Mr. Freaking Potato Head, they are lecturing us on hate? Really? I'm not here out of hate.
Well, they're the experts, right? They should know hate when they see it. No, but actually, it's just that you dislike Donald Trump, you don't hate the people that they want you to hate. Yeah, that was during his first term. He could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue. Well, the people that love Donald Trump would support that because you don't get into being a fan of Donald Trump because you're trying to think critically or because you're trying to benefit everyone. It's because you are benefiting in a way that is like appealing to your bigotry. You are benefiting because you see all of the people that you love to hate suffering underneath the Donald Trump presidency. Or you're just rich and you are in bed with Donald Trump and he can give you deals and you have the power of the United States government at your disposal. That's why you want Donald Trump to be president.
I'm here out of love. I'm here because I love this country. I love America. I love the First Amendment. I love our democracy. I love our diversity. Yes, our diversity. And I am not willing to sit back and watch our glorious American multiracial, multicultural, democratic experiment, our constitutional republic, destroyed by the guy from Home Alone 2. Not gonna do it. Because I did not inherit America. I did not inherit America. I chose America. I wasn't born here. I immigrated here. And we immigrants, we love this country often more than the people who are born here because we chose to move here, live here, swear an oath to the Constitution here, an oath that the guy down the street violates every morning and every night. The great irony is, of course, that Donald Trump is the son of an immigrant, the grandson of an immigrant, and married to an immigrant. In fact, 2 of his 3 wives were immigrants, proving yet again that immigrants will do the jobs that even Americans are not willing to do. I immigrated here from the United Kingdom. You want to talk about no kings? The UK still has a king. King Charles III. But even he has less gold in his palace than Donald Trump has in the Oval Office right now.
Dude, don't gas Donald Trump up like that. That's only going to make Trump happy. I have more gold than King Charles. Maddie said so. He knows.
Even King Charles has more respect for democratic norms and traditions than the whiny authoritarian man-child trying to send troops into as many blue cities as he can. This is a president who says he wants to be a dictator, but only for a day. Well, we are now 271 days into his wannabe dictatorship. He just went to see the Egyptian president Sisi, who is a military dictator, runs one of the most repressive regimes on earth. And he went there and he said, I want to praise your fantastic leadership and your low crime rates. This is who he loves. This is the autocratic leader he aspires to be. And of course, he was in Egypt hailing his Gaza peace plan, which is a ceasefire, yes, but not a peace plan. Donald Trump, the man who uses Palestinian as a pejorative, as a slur, has no plan for Palestinian freedom, no plan for Palestinian statehood, no plan for justice for the Palestinians who have been massacred and starved.
Yeah, bro. First of all, I mean, Mehdi Hassan is on this as always, but oh my god, and Bill Nye gave his speech too. I mean, he's just his politics are so good when he centers Palestine, he centers Palestinians, and then also, thank you. You never hear news speak about it this way. You never hear them be like, this isn't a peace plan. This is a ceasefire, but there is no peace plan happening. You just hear, oh, well, there's a ceasefire, but then the next steps are unclear. That's the only thing you hear. There was a hostage exchange, but the next steps are unclear. Who knows? They're up in the air. It's not a peace plan. And then you have everyone acting like, oh, if you don't kiss Donald Trump's ass because he got the hostages out of Gaza, then you're just like being ungrateful or something. Or you'd get accused by Ethan Klein of wanting to be a grifter, grifting off of genocide. When it's like, bro, 57 Palestinians died yesterday. And this is not a plan for peace.
And genocided and ethnically cleansed for the past 2 years, including the past 9 months of his presidency. Meanwhile, Israel for the past week has violated the ceasefire again and again, killing Palestinians with impunity. Yesterday they killed 7 Palestinian children during a ceasefire. There is no peace in the Middle East because, as Dr. King said, peace is not just the absence of violence, it is the presence of justice. So these are dark times. Genocide abroad, fascism at home. Which is why it's so crucial that we gather, we organize, we rally.
And then that is one other really good point for Mehdi. There is no peace unless you hold the people accountable for their crimes. Would Israel sit by and let the people that planned October 7th just like live in Gaza without not being punished at all? No, they did a genocide for their punishment. And now the people that did that genocide also need to be held accountable for their crimes. You can't have a guy do genocide and then just maintain his presidency. He can't stay in power. You can't have Yoav Gallant be the architect of a genocide and then just not get any punishment other than being forced out of office because you wanted to do military activities elsewhere and put the genocide on pause. Like, you need to have repercussions for people's actions in order for there to actually be peace. That is not a real peace.
Like this, we mobilize, we pluralize, we bring people into the tent, we register voters, we defend voters, we become voters if we're not already. And you know, they say we don't reach out to the other side. We don't reach out to conservatives or Republicans, that we're in an echo chamber. Well, let me say to every Republican and conservative watching, aren't you the ones who said no more big government, no tyranny in America? So if you believe that, what are you doing defending masked federal agents in unmarked cars, bundling people off of the streets, including American citizens, and disappearing them? How are you okay with that? And if you're not okay with it, then come over to our side. The side of the Democrats. The small d Democrats, not the big D Democrats, not the Democratic Party. Those of us who are from all parties and none. But those of us who care about saving America so that we can get to our 250th birthday and still be free when we reach 250 years. Come on.
So if you want to watch the rest of that, which I'd recommend, go check it out. What I did want to watch was the No Kings Washington, D.C. from the Good Liars.
We are here in Washington, D.C. at the No Kings protest, a violent protest full of Antifa and other ill-meaning people who are here just to cause violence. It really is just a terrible scene here. We are here at the No Kings protest in Washington, D.C., and a lot of Republicans are saying that Democrats are being paid to protest. So we're going to do an investigation today to find out how many people are being paid to be here. Excuse me, were you paid to be here?
No, sir.
Were you paid to be here?
No.
How much were you paid to be here?
Nothing at all.
Nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting paid to be here?
No.
Definitely not.
I'm paying to be here.
How much were you paid to be here?
Not a penny.
How much did I pay to be here?
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money to come here. What are you talking about?
How much were you guys paid to be here?
Nothing. I wish.
You were not paid?
No.
Shoot, man, this video is breaking down. Okay, here. So before we get into this, I want to get into some of the reactions from Republicans. So here we have Mike Johnson. Mike, my son monitors my porn watching Johnson, talking about No Kings. Like, come on, hit me with it, Mike. Give me the Republican line.
Yeah, it's AIK part nonsense. Oh, sorry. This is what he had to say about yesterday's No Kings protests on ABC a little bit ago.
The irony of the message is pretty clear for everyone. If President Trump was a king, the government would be open right now. If President Trump was a king, they would not have been able to engage in that free speech exercise out on the mall. I've never called anybody an enemy, but we call out...
Hate America rally or, Antifa, pro-Hamas, those are enemies.
Well, there were a lot of hateful messages yesterday. I mean, we have video and photos of pretty violent rhetoric, calling out the president, saying fascists must die and all the rest. I mean, I don't think that's loving speech. I don't think that's friendly speech. And I don't think it's pro-American to say those kinds of things. So it's not about...
Are we concerned about loving speech as Republicans now? Is that what we're doing?
The people, it's about the message, it's about the ideology.
Liz, I'm going to come to you. I mean...
Okay, I don't really care. This is a wild panel, by the way. Everyone looks like they're playing a game of Clue. You have Mr. Green, you have Mrs. Plum, this guy, Blueberry. Like, holy shit, this panel is like straight out of a magazine. Okay, what is this? We don't want anything. Trump speaks on Republican Party stance on government shutdown.
I think we can see your deal-making skills applied to the government shutdown anytime soon.
Okay, this is not what I wanted to see. Republican lawmakers have spent the week sharpening their attacks on Saturday's nationwide day of protests against Donald Trump, which many GOP's leaders dismissed as hate America rallies. Critics across the country are expected to see hundreds of thousands of people come out for the No Kings movement. Several congressional Democrats have even said they will attend. Republicans have seized on the protest as a product of far-left activism, while at the same time arguing Democrats have held firm against the GOP's plan to end the government shutdown in a bid to please that far-left base. While at the same time arguing Democrats have held firm against the GOP's plan to end the shutdown in a bid to please that far-left base. Okay, so Mike Johnson told the Fox Business Network he hoped that Democratic leaders who attended would be more willing to accept the GOP's plan after the demonstrations were over. What is he talking? Dude, this is so insane. These Republicans are high on their own farts. Like, they haven't even negotiated with the Democrats yet. It's not that the negotiations are failing. It's that they refuse to even speak with the Democrats about about changing the budget at all. It's like, no, you vote for the budget that's going to disenfranchise millions of people from their health care, or the government stays shut down. The Democrats are like, no, that we're not going to do that. Can we negotiate it? And they're like, no, we can't negotiate it. So these Republicans are insane. They have control of the presidency. They have control of the courts. They have the control of the Congress. And the one time they need some Democrats to vote for their plan, they refuse to negotiate at all with the Democrats. And then they act like it's the Democrats that are holding the country hostage in a dictatorship. They're actually just completely delusional. It'll be a collection of wild leftist policy priorities, and that'll be on display for the whole country. After that's over, I hope there's a few Democrats over here who will come to their senses and return to governing the country. Right now, I don't think it's my assumption and all of ours that they would not make that concession before the rally's over, because they don't want to face an angry mob. I mean, this just tells you how Republicans view their constituency. Republicans are deathly afraid of their constituency. Remember all of those viral videos of Republicans getting screamed at by their own constituents at town halls earlier this year? They're completely afraid of their constituency. So they're like, oh yeah, the Democrats who never capitulate to the left part of their party are afraid of getting yelled at. It's complete projection from these Republicans. They're not going to make the concession before the No Kings rally because they don't want to face their angry voters. First of all, if they did make the concession, they just wouldn't show up. The same people that would have made the concession with the Republicans, which is basically just being a Republican, wouldn't go to the rally anyway. Look, Hakeem Jeffries didn't. Look, remember what I said, that any Democrat that doesn't show up at this rally isn't able to step up and meet the moment right now? Well, look who doesn't show up at the rally. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries dodged a question on whether he would attend one of the rallies on Friday, telling reporters, I haven't finalized my schedule for the weekend given, the sensitivities around the government shutdown. I'm still very hopeful the Republicans will decide to show up for work so we can get the government back open. But I support the right of every single American to participate in the rallies that are going to take place this week and show up to express dissent against an out-of-control administration. Oh, Chuck Schumer did attend one of the protests. Alright, that's good. Okay, what do we have? What do we have for more GOP leaders? Majority Leader Steve Scalise, Republican in LA, said Friday that Schumer was more concerned with impressing the Hate America rally crowd that's coming up here tomorrow than he is about not solving all of our problems tomorrow. House Majority Whip Tom Emmer from Minnesota told Fox News' Maria Bartiromo on Tuesday of the rally's place in the shutdown fight. The rumor is that they can't end the shutdown beforehand because a small but very violent and vocal group is the only one that's happy about this. Dude, this is just something made up by the Republicans. They're like, this is the rumor that's going on. If they shut it down beforehand, then they've got to deal with that group beforehand. If they can make it through that, then they've had... What are they talking about? These Republicans are fucking stupid. They think that just because there was a rally on Friday, people are going to stop caring about the government on Saturday? Or wait, other way. If there was a rally on Saturday, they're going to suddenly stop caring about the government after Saturday? Like, what are they talking about? I mean, it's absolutely inane. What are we doing here? But anyway, so the Republicans are saying that it's the Hate America rally. It's kind of like a good idea to name it the No Kings rally, and then because then the Republicans are trying to frame it as Hate America. So the Republicans' idea of America is having a king, okay? So they're like, but Donald Trump's not a king, right? But then you see, this is a fucking video that Trump released, right? It's the No Kings rally. This is the video he releases. It's him wearing a crown, dropping fecal matter on the protesters. Like, what are we doing here, man? We're saying that Donald Trump's not a king. Then you release a video of him as a king? Then we also have, okay, so I want to watch that too. I wonder what JD Vance has to say here. Oh yeah, this. I want to watch this too. So you have that, and then you also have this from Joe Rogan, which, you know, this is so funny. This clip is hilarious.
Yeah, political cause thing. Yeah, all those people that are protesting on the streets, 99% of them are losers. The other ones work for the.
I have a whole joke about that. It's like if I can, you know, if
it's
I was
FBI agents and losers. That's all it is. The whole fucking every protest,
dude,
is.
The whole 7 million people that showed up to the protest, they're all losers.
FBI agents and losers.
I talk about this all the time. I'm like, for me, you want me to join a protest? You want me to get out on the street? First of all, to make a sign? The fuck out of here. And then
you don't have to make the sign. There's a guy with a van who's paid by George Soros,
yes,
and he's got stacks of signs that were made at Kinko's. Okay, they're not homemade at all. And you just fucking just pass those bad boys out.
I'm never leading your revolution. My problem is my sign would say, ugh, or it's complicated.
Yeah.
Who else remembers back in middle school when they thought it wasn't cool to care about something? Oh, wow, you have a pet parrot that you love? You're such a fucking loser. Oh, wow, you actually, like, enjoy spending time with your parents? Loser. Here's the L dance that I'm gonna do for you. These guys think that these guys just think that apathy is comedy. And I mean, you start to wonder why everyone thinks that the Joe Rogan's comedic sphere is a complete joke and not in the kind that they think is good for a comedian. Like, they're like, my sign would just say, ugh, or I don't get it. I don't understand it. They're joking that they're too stupid and they don't care. To go out and protest, like the people that are in the streets trying to make a difference, trying to fight for their rights and what they believe in, they're just losers, right? So yeah, Joe Rogan, I don't think this is gonna play well with a lot of his fans here. He was bothered by what ICE was doing last week. I don't understand his thought process. It just depends on the guest who's on the show. No, he's just an old man in the get off my lawn stage of his life, where he likes to yell at people that are trying to make a difference in the world. The exact same shit Jordan Peterson went through, which I guess he's dying now, where he's like, you shouldn't try to change things unless you yourself are in a good state. And don't try to change the world if your room is messy. Like, this is the exact same shit. Oh, they're losers. Yeah, but when you get involved in political stuff, then that's completely fine. So anyway, you hear that, you hear the same shit where it's like, they're losers, they're paid to be there, they just hate America, or they're all FBI agents, right? That's what you get from that. Oh, this is another interview that I wanted to play.
I think it's a joke. I looked at the people. They're not representative of this country. And I looked at all the brand new signs paid for, I guess it was paid for by Soros and other radical left lunatics. It looks like it was. We're checking it out. The demonstrations were very small, very ineffective, and the people were whacked out. When you look at those people, those are not representative of the people of our country.
So they're paid by Soros. They're not representative of the people of our country. And this is why I think that it's really important that these protests were as big as they are. Donald Trump hates the idea that he doesn't have popular support. He hates the idea that there's a lot of people that despise him, and they're loud and they're vocal about it. This is why he was so ecstatic when Stephen Colbert was taken off the air, when Jimmy Kimmel was taken off the air. This is why he's like having people go through people's social media as they're trying to get into the country, and if they're critical of Trump, they're getting denied a visa. All of this shit, even though like I saw this TikTok today where they're like, oh, it was a peaceful protest. That means it wasn't effective. It's like, you don't understand what eats away at Donald Trump. He wants to win the Nobel Peace Prize. He wants people to think that he's going to get into heaven, right? Yeah, the protests are bothering him. And bothering him is one thing, but I think the bigger purpose that they can serve is to embolden Democrats, to make them feel like, oh yeah, there actually is popular support to more brazenly resist Donald Trump. And hopefully we can get more people like J.B. Pritzker or, I don't know, even Gavin Newsom doing actual things to challenge Donald Trump, like sheltering Texas Democrats or gerrymandering California in order to counter the gerrymandering in Texas. Like, we need more people being actually willing to put their careers on the line to actually fight against Donald Trump, to actually make a meaningful difference, to push against his agenda. So you have Donald Trump doing the classic line of, oh, they're paid, they're not representative of America, and like he didn't say there, but he probably thinks the same thing that Joe Rogan said, that they're also losers.
Were you paid to be here?
I paid.
And then that brings us back to this, where, the good liars are pretty plugged into what the Republicans are saying. They're going to be putting that to the test.
To be here.
How much were you paid to be
Where am
here?
I getting this money at is what I want to know. Let's call Mike Johnson's phone number and see where we're getting paid.
So we talked to lots of people. It doesn't seem like anybody is being paid to be here. So maybe people are lying about that. I don't know.
Hey, lobsters. What's your name?
It's Crustacean 1.
Crustacean 1. Is this Crustacean 2? So a couple of crustaceans here. What are the crustaceans doing here at the No Kings protest?
This is it. We love America. We love America.
So there's a whole movement of crustaceans here at the protest?
No, they're inflatables, and they're actually real people, too. Real people are part of our movement, and they love America, too.
Wait, sorry, I'm losing the thread here. So real people are part of it, but also crustaceans. Are you a real person or a crustacean?
I can't tell.
I don't want to knock you over. I would feel terrible. Explain the get up here.
Well, Donald Trump is a giant traitor to this country and its ideals, and he continues to make it a joke around the world. So Donald Trump is a giant traitor.
Got it. Oh, giant traitor, because he's a giant. Got it. Kenny, what's happening? Are you alive or dead?
I'm alive right now.
Okay, but what's the sign mean? OMG, they killed democracy. Oh, you bastards. What's the sign mean?
It means that these guys in the office, they're killing our democracy, free speech, free assembly, everything. We're just spinning down the toilet right now.
And the Kenny costume, what does it symbolize?
It symbolizes, that every time you knock us down, we're getting right back up again.
Is that the guy that always gets resurrected after he gets murdered?
Every day we're going to come right back out in front of you. We're going to take care of things.
This is Lala, if you remember Teletubbies. Not sure how old you are, but yeah, this is it's happiness and peace and the kind of country we want to live in. There's a lot of negative stuff going on with this regime. I'll call it a regime, and that's not how we roll, man. Yeah, nothing. This is a peaceful protest.
So you don't think
they rally?
Do you think anyone's going to storm the Capitol today?
No.
What it says is no kings, yas queens.
A lot of people here have been saying no to kings.
Or saying no kings.
Yeah.
A queen in the trans community is somebody who's flamboyant and stands out. He and his supporters are trying to make trans people disappear from public life. I choose a path that makes me happy, and that's a basic right that we all have, is the pursuit of happiness, and they're trying to keep me from pursuing happiness.
Please tell me about your sign here.
So I thought it was really important that we be inclusive, that we exercise inclusivity in this march, and so I didn't want the focus just to be on the men,
right?
And especially
in the interest of gender equality, I'm also focusing on the shitty women that are in this administration.
the man, because there are a lot of other people that deserve attention here today.
And so you want no queens. That means Kristi Noem and Pam Bondi.
Among others, you know, there's a long list on both sides of the gender listing here. So I just wanted to pick a couple to be representative.
Okay, so that's thoughtful of you. I have seen some signs that say no kings, yes queen. What would you say to those signs?
Yes, queen? Now that's maybe some jargon I don't know.
Okay. Says no one paid me to be here. I've heard a
Bro,
lot.
this shit is so wholesome. Yas, queen? This is the newfangled speech from the new generation. Well, I don't understand it, but I support them saying it. It's such a fucking wholesome rally. Are you kidding me, man? These are the losers and America haters that the Republicans are trying to paint them out to be.
A lot of Republicans say people are paid to be here at the No Kings rally.
I've heard that too.
So you were not paid.
Not paid. I don't know anyone who was paid.
But it feels like somebody who was paid might have a sign that says, no one paid me to be here.
You think? I don't think so.
No?
We should not let this go away.
Yeah.
I mean, so just a simple statement, Epstein files.
Donald Trump, you know, his name is in the Epstein files. Do you think he committed crimes along with Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Well, please.
Yeah. Yeah,
all
I
those
did.
Those beauty pageants for the kids. It's horrible.
Are you the leader of Antifa?
Not hardly, but because you can't be a card-carrying member, because there is no card-carrying membership.
Okay.
Bro, that was literally a fucking, that was such a stereotypical, like, that was a picture-perfect old man laugh. I'd like to be a card-carrying member of Antifa, but I can't be because they don't have cards. Like he's straight out of the Muppet Show.
Leader of Antifa?
Not hardly, but because you can't be a card-carrying member, because there is no card-carrying membership.
Okay. People were saying that someone was in charge, someone was paying people, so there you have it.
Pro-Tifa? What does that mean? Pro-Tifa, what does that mean?
It means he's for fascists. He's for fascists.
But why is it Tifa? Why is it?
They don't even know what Antifa stands for. They're just like, Tifa? That's probably a newfangled slang for fascist.
Tifa.
Antifa.
Because he's pro-fascist.
Because he's pro-fascist. It's not about Antifa, he's pro-Tifa.
But it would be pro-fa though, right? It's a little confusing that side.
So who's the boss of Antifa? People are saying there's a...
It isn't an Antifa. It's an ideology. There is no boss, and it's ridiculous that these people...
Pro Tifa, that's a fucking amazing. I'm pro Tifa. I am oh my god, dude, these libs are going to break my brains. Oh my I'm Tifa. He's pro Tifa, but I'm Tifa.
People think that there are.
So there's no boss, it's not a real organization?
No.
Okay.
Antifa comes out of World War II. Anybody can Google it. They're just trying to stir up trouble.
Okay, and so if they're anti-Antifa, what does that make them?
They're corrupt, they're communist, and they shouldn't be in charge of this country. You can tell by the people here. Nobody wants them here.
So you said they're corrupt and did you say communist?
Yes.
The current government is communist?
Trump is Putin's puppet.
Okay, but is he communist?
Maybe.
He's communist and he's I don't know, a capitalist fascist pig, right? Oh wow.
How would you feel if you ran for a third term?
We're not supposed to be doing that.
Well, there's a lot of things we're not supposed to do. We're not supposed to storm the Capitol. You know, we're not supposed to get rich off being president. Mike Johnson, he called this a hate America rally. No. What's your response to that?
No, we love America. We hate Mike Johnson.
How you doing today?
I'm good.
Was it a good rally?
It was an excellent rally.
And what did you feel like was achieved by being here today?
Main thing is, for me personally, I feel solidarity, and it was nice that I wasn't the only one at home in total angst, that I have my fellow people here of all colors, races, backgrounds, the left is not a radical left. It's a contingency of everybody from smart thinking Republicans all the way through to the radical left, whatever you want to call it.
Is he's divided the country. I mean, if you read
This is a big tent we need to talk about, right? This is the big tent that Ezra Klein should be in favor of, the smart thinking Republicans and the radical leftists. But for some reason, for Ezra Klein, it's always that the radical leftists need to change their positions rather than him trying to increase the size of the tent to fit them too, right? So it's always the radical left didn't vote for Kamala Harris because of the genocide that she was supporting. Well, they just have to get over it, right? Rather than, maybe we shouldn't support a genocide. Maybe we should hold the people that did a genocide to account. Nah, they just need to get over the genocide that we supported.
his book, Art of the Deal, what he says in that book is good press is just as good as bad press as long as all the attention is focused on me. So his game plan is to always be the center of attention, the center of the news, and distract everything else. And the Democrats are falling for it.
What are your thoughts on the Democratic Party right now?
I would love to see more opposition from the Democratic Party. I understand that there are many issues with being able to have legal recourse. However, I still believe that there needs to be more intentional rhetoric involved with what's going on, because we are truly living in unprecedented times, and it's frankly insane that the opposition party is not doing, at least to me, what feels like enough.
And what would be enough?
Right now, I would say a good thing to be doing. Sorry, I'm trying to. It's a lot of focus to be able to stay up.
Yeah, that's impressive, doing an interview while on stilts. But yeah, the people at these No King rallies and the people at Democrat town halls are like, you gotta do more than just like post on Twitter every few days about how bad Donald Trump's plan is going to be for the economy. Like, give us a plan and tell us how you're actually going to fight back against this.
Would you like to see more from the Democratic Party?
Gosh, for them to stand up more for us, for them to really take a stand and not be so afraid. I get that our hands are tied in a way, but we just need like a lot more guts.
How would you rate the Democrats' response to Donald Trump thus far?
Pretty poorly. I've been nonpartisan since, 2 decades now.
What do you wish the Democrats were doing more of?
They should have put Kamala Harris's name and face up on CNN for 4 years instead of having this guy's name up there for 4 years. For 4 years, it was nothing but the Trump show on CNN. What the hell were they doing?
So it should have been. They should have been put someone else besides Biden forward, because Biden wasn't doing any press.
Anybody. There's so many people. Come on. These are not our only choices.
So you would say you're not satisfied with the Democratic Party?
No.
Are you happy with the Democratic Party right now?
Not especially.
We've been hearing that a lot.
Yeah.
What makes you so unhappy with them right now?
I feel like there's just a sense of kind of complacency with like the status quo. I feel like we need a change.
And why do you think that is, the complacency?
Probably the people in charge want to stay in charge.
Would you like to see a new leadership in Congress and the Senate?
For sure. Yeah.
Bro, it's endless. Every single person there is like, Democrats suck, Democrats suck, Democrats suck. New Democrats, replace these guys. They're not standing up to Donald Trump. They're not representing us. It's every single person that gets interviewed.
Want to deport people that entered this country illegally. I've heard that she did. So, let's start right there.
Okay, so you think Melania Trump, get her out of here?
Yeah, why not?
Based on Donald Trump's own policies, he should support the deportation of his wife.
His kids are anchor babies, is another expression that they like to use.
Who's better, LeBron or Jordan?
LeBron!
Controversial statements here at the No Kings rally.
I don't think the side needs that much explaining. Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, she is a fascist cunt. And that's cunt, it should be spelled with a C, but I wanted to make this child friendly. So then I decided to go ahead and put this on there.
Dude, old feminist liberals are fucking awesome. They really are the political backbone of the Democrat Party. Like, white... Seriously, like, these old feminists, they're the ones that are out there the most. They're the ones that are doing the groundwork for the Democratic Party. Holy shit.
To indicate that Kristi Noem also is a fascist cunt, and you know who she is. She's the Department of Homeland Security secretary. So, again, I wanted to keep it child friendly, but I also...
Can I ask why that makes it child friendly? It's still the same word, though, right?
It is exactly the same word, but I'm hoping that children will ask their parents, "What's a cunt?" And you know, it's spelled K-U-N-T, and the parents will say, "There is no such word."
Okay.
And it'll make it easier for them to explain rather than the fact that,
He's gonna get off with a technicality.
you know, in the English language, cunt is really a nasty, nasty word. But it's
I don't know if that would work out. That whole premise that you've put out there.
But it certainly is far more acceptable in the UK.
Why are you here today?
Oh, I'm sick of this. This is terrible. It's the worst I've ever seen.
What's the worst you've ever seen?
Well, the way they're handling our government. First off, I'm furloughed.
Come on, you're telling me that this guy hates America? Oh wait, it's a furloughed worker. He must hate the Democrats, right? According to Mike Johnson.
That sucks. So I'm
Because of the shutdown right now?
I'm an NIHer. And, you know, honestly, I can handle that. You know, they do go.
Well, what do you think about disease control in this country under this administration?
Oh, I think they have no idea what they're doing. Oh, what is it?
RFK Jr. good or bad?
He's a quack. I mean, he's nothing.
But what would you know?
What would I know?
Yeah.
I can tell.
Dude, this guy's like in an anime. Look at this harem that he has behind him. Like, it's him and like 3 other women just like following him around. Dude, this, if only I could be half as good looking as when I'm as old as this guy. Holy shit. This guy's like leading the chart. He doesn't even have a job. He's still got all of these women. This is why it pays. Fellas that are watching this, this is why it pays to be involved with political activism. This is why it pays to be to care about your community and to be engaged. When you're 75, you're gonna have a whole harem of women that are like, we're gonna go out there and canvas, and you're gonna be like, ladies, mind if I join you? And you're gonna be the most popular guy in the retirement home. Look at this guy.
I think
They've all got matching shirts.
Oh, what is it?
RFK Jr. good or bad?
He's a quack. I mean, he's nothing.
But what would you know?
What would I know?
Yeah.
I can tell a quack right up front. You know, there's no.
You worked for the NIH.
For the NIH, yeah.
So there's that too.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a problem with political rhetoric in the country?
Yeah, there's a lot of problem with it.
As her side says that Kristi Noem is a cunt.
It is actually quite discouraging.
Yeah.
So, I've never seen it like this. I've lived here my whole life.
What's the sign say again?
The sign just identifies who some of the poisonous people are in this administration.
We are here at the No Kings protest. All right, is everyone good to go storm the Capitol?
Say what?
Are you going to go storm the Capitol?
Storm the Capitol?
Storm the Applebee's. Are people going to be storming the
Storm the Applebee's.
Capitol today?
No.
We are very hopeful as Americans, but yeah, we're pissed off at what's happening now.
Do you think you'll storm the Capitol about it?
No, I don't think we'll storm the Capitol about it.
Should we go storm the Capitol?
No!
Storming the Capitol says you've given up on government. We don't want chaos. We want to have a government.
It looks like people don't want to storm the Capitol here at the No Kings protest. I guess.
Oh my God, violent rhetoric.
It looks like people don't want.
I bite if provoked, and it's a shark suit. Oh my God, guys, we found the Antifa right here. This is the Antifa in the baby shark costume. And look at those nails. Those nails are filed to points. Those are lethal weapons.
Want to storm the Capitol.
Someone inform Mike Johnson that we found her.
Here at the No Kings protest. I guess just a different style of protesting.
Mike Johnson said that this is a Hate America rally. What's your response to that?
We love America. That's why we're here. We're trying to tell these guys what they're doing is wrong. And, you know, stop now, please.
You heard it here first. Kenny. 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 Kenny.
That's a pretty good video. So they did not storm the Capitol. They ended up not storming the Capitol that day, and they went on to continue their peaceful protest against Donald Trump. Okay, but now we need to get into some of the hog reactions, because it wouldn't be a Democrat protest without some hogwatch. Nice one-piece representation here. So the caption of this video is, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, No Kings protest. Lady brandishes a gun at peaceful protesters and is arrested. Ooh, she's arrested, you say?
Peaceful protest! Peaceful protest! USA! 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 USA!
Damn, they even perp walk her in front of the crowd? What is this build? What does this build remind me of? There has to be some kind of Pixar character like this, right? Oh, wait a second. What? I don't know. She's definitely got a specific, unique build to her. Is it Mike Wazowski coded? Is that what I'm thinking of? It might be a little Mike Wazowski coded. Right. Tell me it's not giving this. Tell me it's not giving this build. As she's getting perp walked in front of the crowd.
USA! 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 USA!
Bro, that's bad. But like, let's be honest, there's a lot of guns. There's a lot of guns in this country. There's a lot of crazy, angry, conservative people, and it is a big success that there was not more violence yesterday than there actually was. That lady was brandishing a gun, but it looks like people took care of her pretty quickly, and the police got involved fairly quickly. So, like, that's great. There's going to be another incident that we're going to take a look at, where there is some self-inflicted violence, but we also need to check this out because you've probably seen this clip. Trumper fucks around and finds out after calling No Kings protesters a slur in Denver, Colorado. So you have this guy. This guy does not have a harem. I just have to point this out. This guy is surrounded with his buddies that go drink at bars. And he does not look half as good as the first old man that we saw that got furloughed. These guys all have the red noses of alcoholics. They're all like, this is the divorced dads club. You had a harem bro on the liberal side, and then on the conservative side you have divorced dads club. You've got the $500 glasses, the vest almost all the way zipped down, the tight-fitting shirt with the sleeves slightly rolled up, the cross chain, and then his boys behind him.
God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump!
Bro, this man's still drunk. Dude, get your guys out of the bar before you show up to these protests.
God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump!
Such pretty murals there, too.
Yeah, fuck you! Ride your bike, you fucking fag! Go get it!
Bro, the shitty ass crew cut on the balding head, the like 20 hairs left as he turns around, he's like, "Oh, you're an F slur because you ride a bike." Dude, it's a big city. He's riding a bike. You're wearing like too tight of jeans and with the orange watch band.
Yeah.
The guy in the white has no idea where he is.
Let's go.
This guy, right? This is the guy I said was drunk.
Ice. Let's go. Ice. God bless Trump. God bless Trump. God bless Trump.
No, this guy is wasted right now. It's like, oh, should we wake up and go fishing today? Nah, it's a little chilly. Let's just go call some libs the F slur and crush beers while walking around drunkenly.
God bless Trump. Yeah, fuck you. Ride your bike, you fucking fag. Go get a job. Yeah.
What triggers this guy? Oh, wait. Was it this little kid on a skateboard that called him something?
Ride your bike, you.
Damn! Now I need to like see the back. I need to see the backstory on this. Yeah, fuck you. Ride your bike, you fucking bag. According to these subtitles. Go, Chris.
Fucking fag. Go get a job. Yeah.
Oh, he stole the guy's sunglasses. Holy shit, I was gonna say, oh man, I'm so sad that there's a little skater kid there that seems to be on the side of these douchebags, but he comes up, steals the guy's sunglasses, and then dips. Dude, and I was just caught, I didn't even notice that before. I thought the guy just got triggered. Those are expensive sunglasses. Like, you know that those are expensive sunglasses. This guy, as shitty as he looks, he takes pride in his appearance. As bad as his appearance is, he thinks he looks amazing, and he wants to pay the money to look amazing. Those sunglasses are probably worth like $500.
Yeah, fuck you. Ride your bike, you fucking fag.
It's so perfect. He says that. Look at this pause frame. Yeah, I'm sure you can do some kind of like research to find out what these sunglasses are. I'll have to go check it out and maybe get back to you tomorrow on this. But holy shit, I should draw this guy. This guy has a great phrenology on him. And then the kid, he's like, "Go ride your bike." The kid steals his sunglasses and takes off.
Go get a job. Yeah.
Bro, he eats shit and everyone starts laughing. They fucking point at him. They're literally like laughing and pointing. This is like a nightmare. This is seriously nightmare fuel. This is like a kid on his first day in high school. The nightmare before your first day. Falling flat on your face and everyone laughing and pointing at you. Holy shit. I'm sorry guys. I know that I should just play this, but I need to run it back one more time.
Yeah.
Another guy comes out of nowhere and trips him. Wait, where's the guy on the bike? Use his face as a brake? Look at the guy on the moped. We have to run this back. Dude, even the fucking cameraman is on point in this video. Look at this picture. This has to be like frame of the year. Just like a snot-nosed kid stealing the glasses off of some guy that he knows he can trigger, and then everyone applauding the kid and laughing at the fucking guy. Dude, the fucking slide that he had on that too. That's like a good 1.5 feet of sliding on his face on the asphalt as he just eats it. The immediate laughs. This is cinema. This is one of the best video clips I've ever seen. And there go the pants. There go the pants. Once again, man, I said this is like a nightmare. The guy's in his underwear in front of a crowd that's laughing at him.
If you don't quit, I'm serious.
Hey, get your buddy. Get your buddy.
This is not how I wanted to sober up today. Dude, he looks so concerned now. That kid is gone. Dude, that kid is gone. When there's that many people there, they all want the kid to get away too. You're not getting those glasses back, bro.
Back up, man. You ran into me. What the fuck?
Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Oh wait, the kid's still right there. He's just taunting him. He's actually just like emoting to get him more and more triggered. What the fuck, dude? He's right in front of his face.
Trip his ass! Trip his ass! Fuck you! Fuck Tom pussy! Get the fuck out of here! Get out of here! You, dude! What are you doing? Get out of here! They're violent right now. Get out of here! I know where they are.
They're saying are they saying call Trump? Dude, you have the fucking like college soft guy lib and then the emo kid right here with the spiked collar around his neck. The Bernie bro and then the emo guy. Dude, this type of woman has been impressing me. This archetype of woman has been going off this year. From like literally just ripping like handcuffs out of ICE agents' hands to standing right by this guy bleeding from his face, screaming at the top of her lungs. Like, this is the year of the like the poofy sweater, tight legginged 20 to 30 something year old woman just like using every ounce of her white woman privilege to enact social change. This archetype, I'm keeping my eye on this archetype to see if I can spot it more and more. I think they're really increasing their power level this year underneath Donald Trump. Buy new glasses. Okay, guys, we gotta go one more time. I promise I won't pause at all. There's shit. It's goth, not emo. Okay. Is that like a rectangle and square thing? Like, is goth a subsection of emo, or are those two different things? Is it like a specific version of emo where not all emo people are goth, but all goth people are emo? You guys need to educate me on this subject. Okay, we're gonna run this back one more time. You guys type in chat while I'm watching this.
Let's go ICE! Let's go ICE! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! Yeah, fuck you! Run your
Dude, I do like how the kid just like infiltrates their group and then breaks sides immediately. That's the worst thing I've ever said. Okay, I guess I just have no idea. I always thought they were synonymous with each other. The middle section is dark colors. All right, I'm gonna have to do some reading on this. I'm gonna have to do some research apparently. Goth is OG and a lifestyle. Emo is a music style. Oh. So emo's just music? I'm gonna have to see the cop going down the super long slide. So is emo what's the guy's name? Is emo what the vampire is in Twilight? Is he just emo?
Ride your bike, you fucking fag! Go get a job! Yeah! Go, you fucking loser! Fucking loser!
Bro, the double face plant. Why does this guy remind me of Tom Hanks so much? He's like an older, uglier Tom Hanks. I don't know, how is everyone in my chat such an expert on what goth and emo is? Did I just completely miss this area of expertise when I was learning worldly subjects? When I've just been going through the world trying to absorb information, I just completely missed this? There's just like a black spot on my information that I have. Everyone's like talking about the minutia, the differences, the evolution of how goth turned into emo, and the minute differences between the two of them. Oh, I guess everyone was emo apparently, or was it? So emo people, do you wish you were goth? Is that the thing? You're like, I'm emo, but I'm not the real thing. I wish I could be more authentic and go goth. Goth music is more like post-punk, and emo music is more pop-punk and stuff more adjacent to that. Okay, that's... I'll take that explanation. I do like punk music. What is Nirvana? Is that more punk, or is that's not goth, is it? That's like proto-goth? Yeah, I grew up in the Midwest. But I feel like there's Midwest goth people too, right? Is there not? I don't know.
Hey, get your buddy. Get your buddy.
I'm like the least alt person on the internet, I feel like.
You ran into me. What the fuck?
Oh, that's grunge.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Fuck.
Trip his ass! Trip his ass! Fuck you! Fuck Tom pussy!
Anyway, we'll finish this.
Get out of here, you dude! What are you doing? Get out of here! They're violent right now. Get out!
Alright, so this is goth. This guy's goth is what you're telling me. I should have this guy on the stream to educate me on all of this.
Get out of here! I'm sorry, you need to go. I don't want you to get hurt more than you are. I don't know where they are.
I love how this guy's so mad and his friend is just having such a bad day. Like, he's like, ugh, god damn it, Frank got me into a pickle again. Like, someone should make a like a short video, a short skit from his friend's perspective, where he's like, yeah, we're gonna go yell at some dumb libs. Wait a second, is that even a guy? Okay, never mind. That person, they, them. We're gonna go yell at some libs with old Frank and the boys. We're gonna go out there, crush some beers, yell some slurs at people, and then we're gonna go home and watch the game. That's gonna be great. Ah, fuck! Frank got picked on by a middle schooler. Why does this always happen to us when we're just out trying to have some fun? He looks like he's having such a bad time now. I like a lot of post-punk, never knew it was even the genre. A bit hard to define. Few different influences. He looks like a fed-up high school ref. Yeah, exactly. What do we have? Bro, the slide is just insanely good. Like, this is just such a perfect video. And then they say it's a radical left violence. Oh yeah, this is good. Covered this. Let's close some tabs here. We covered Joe Rogan on this shit. We covered the build of the woman getting arrested. Donald Trump. German police. Mehdi Hassan's video or speech. Okay, let's take a break from this really quickly. Okay, well, while we're on the subject, we'll just wrap this subject up. So we have, I'm sure you guys have seen this video too, but we'll watch this. But needless to say, people are getting pretty pissed off with ICE agents in their neighborhood. And ICE have been repeatedly breaking laws, repeatedly ignoring judges' orders. And so now we have this update about how ICE are being treated in Chicago now.
ICE agents can now be arrested in Chicago. They must wear and turn on body cameras, and they cannot arrest anyone at courthouses looking to legally become U.S. residents or citizens. Separate court rulings have now banned ICE agents from arresting people as they show up for court dates. They can be arrested if they do, and all agents must now wear body cameras and turn them on during any encounter after reports of agents using tear gas and excessive force and illegally detaining U.S. citizens. The ICE field director in Chicago has also been ordered to appear in court on Monday morning.
Yeah, so let's see. ICE Chicago. Judge to question feds on use of force, body camera. So they passed a new ruling. City heading into its first weekend. Several developments on Thursday put the Windy City under the national spotlight, including a federal appeals court upholding a lower court's ruling temporarily denying the federal government's effort to deploy National Guard troops. Tensions have flared as federal agents were deployed across the city. What the Trump administration calls Operation Midway Blitz. 1,000 arrests of migrants across Illinois between September 8th and October 3rd. Over 100 protesters. Federal judge orders the use of body cameras 1 week after issuing a sweeping order to trying to quell the intense response of federal agents to protests against immigration enforcement activities in Chicago. U.S. District Judge Sarah Ellis told attorneys on both sides of the case to come back to her courtroom after to have their own discussion. Ellis said she had serious concerns about her order being followed and eventually announced that she will be expanding her restraining order and will require all federal agents involved in the immigration crackdown to have body cameras on when encountering protesters. The judge originally required all agents to wear cameras, but agreed to some flexibility after an attorney representing the Trump administration said it would logistically be impossible to immediately provide all agents with cameras. Well, pull the fucking agents off the street that don't have cameras. Yeah. Oh, it's logistically impossible to get like 10,000 cameras. Okay, well then the people that don't have cameras shouldn't be on the street. It's pretty simple, right? Ellis also demanded that ICE Field Director Russell Haught appear in court on Monday to explain to me why I'm seeing images of tear gas being deployed and reading reports that there were no warnings given before it was deployed out in the field. Order bars ICE from county property. An executive order signed Thursday by the president of the Cook County Board of Commissioners prohibits ICE from using county-owned property resources and personnel for civil immigration enforcement activities, including staging for and debriefing from enforcement actions. The new order builds on prior resolutions in a 2011 county ordinance that prohibits the use of county facilities and personnel time for ICE investigations and criminal warrant. Local law enforcement and county employees rely on public trust to effectively serve residents. Allowing federal civil immigration operations on county property would erode that trust, discourage, cooperate with public safety agencies, and jeopardize the sense of security that all residents deserve. I mean, this is what every liberal city should be doing. Like, banning and requiring ICE to wear basically holding ICE to the same standards as police, requiring them to have body camera footage, requiring them to have the same type of oversight the police in that city have, like a civil oversight if you have a civilian board that helps oversee the police, body cameras, You can hold them to the same kind of account where you can get the name of the agent that you're dealing with, get their badge number, speak to their supervisor. They should have that. Then they should also be banned from public property, from county property. Like, that's insane that ICE can just show up and arrest people outside of courts. And if they do try to do that, they should be arrested by the police. And this is what I'm saying. This is why I'm saying that it's as bad of an institution as police in this country is, it still has more safeguards than ICE. And so when we're faced with this fascist threat of ICE, it really is important that the police stand up and they actually do their job in trying to curtail ICE. And as much as the Republicans are going to try to claim that police are represented by them and they have the best interests of police in mind, when ICE is terrorizing their cities, police officers don't fucking like that. And we can see how there are beginning to be cracks in like cities that are having massive ICE operations taking place in them, between them and the police of those cities. So now you have like ICE ignoring judges' orders. You have ICE saying that they're going to get arrested if they show up to county property. They're going to be arrested if they do that. Here you have ICE arrested a police officer. On Thursday, ICE agents arrested a police officer in the Chicago suburb of Hanover Park, alleging he is an unlawful immigrant from Montenegro. DHS said the officer Radul Bojovic overstayed a tourist visa that expired in 2015. Bojovic was encountered during a targeted enforcement action as a part of Operation Midway Blitz. So he was encountered during a targeted enforcement action. So he wasn't the actual target. He was just encountered while, like, basically ICE agents just, like, saw the guy. Radul Bojovic violated our nation's laws and was living illegally in the United States for 10 years. What kind of police department? I mean, the whole idea of this being illegal when it's a issue of paperwork is just so foreign to me. Like, we make you can just change the rules about paperwork. I don't really consider that being illegal. I don't consider that being the same thing as like murdering someone or stealing money from someone. Like, I don't see that really being as a violation of law. It's more of an issue with paperwork, which is what the entirety of this Trump administration has been, an issue with paperwork, although they have also been breaking laws by like stealing from people, kidnapping people, torturing people, bombing people. Like, those are actual laws that they've broken, but they also have a mountain of paperwork that they violated. So when can we arrest Trump, right? When can we arrest every single Republican in this Trump administration and that has been supportive of the Trump administration? Radul Bojovic violated our nation's laws and was living illegally in the U.S. for 10 years. What kind of police department gives criminal illegal aliens badges and guns? It's a felony for aliens to even possess a firearm. For aliens. I saw E.T. when he was popping a cap in the government agents that were trying to catch him. He should have gone to jail. It's a felony for aliens to even possess a firearm. A law enforcement officer who is actively breaking the law. Oh, this was Tricia McLaughlin said in a statement to CNN Thursday. National Guard. Also, just like, look at this guy. This is not the this is not the image of an illegal alien that Republicans want their voter base to think of when they're saying that ICE arrested an illegal alien, right? This guy's a white cop. This is everything that the Republicans are saying is good about America. Oh, working their way up, becoming a cop, came from nothing and made something of himself by serving America. Like, they literally just said a few weeks ago in that national security memorandum update where they're saying that being pro-police is a core American value. And then they're arresting a guy for specifically because he became a police officer. So you have a Chicago police officer getting arrested. You also have a DHS agent getting arrested by a police officer. So you have a police officer getting arrested by ICE, and you have an ICE getting arrested by police. And It's not great. It's not great when the Republicans are really trying to like consolidate these two groups, but they just keep stepping on each other's toes. Like Chicago got tear gassed by ICE, and that's a big reason why the judge was insistent that they have body cams on and give warnings to police officers. Also, I do appreciate how Crime Peace does more than Ethan Klein does to protect children's faces, right? He's like, oh yeah, I wasn't going to post my children, but then I decided I wanted to use them for an advertising campaign because they're cheaper than children models. They're cheaper than getting actors to model my clothing, than paying someone to do it.
I'm federal.
Okay.
I'm trying to get home. I got my boys with me.
Who do you work for?
DHS.
Do you have your ID with you?
No, I don't.
Okay. But if I called them, they'd verify that you're a
100%, bro.
Okay. You don't have any type of credentials or anything that say you're DHS?
Not on me, no.
Okay. All right.
I only bring my weapon with me if I'm.
Okay. But you don't have any weapons on you right now?
No, I don't.
Okay. So what I want to do, I want to talk to away from the kids.
I was going to say, if I'm drinking, I want to bring my weapon on me.
I'm going to ask you to step out of the car, and we're going to walk back to the back of your car, okay?
Are you fucking serious right now? You know what? Call my supervisor.
Okay. Do you want to do the exercises or no?
I'll do it. But you know what? What's homeboy doing down there? You know, guys, come on.
Make sure we all sit because when it's out of the water, you don't want to get hit. You don't want you to get hit. That's why we're trying to do the exercise. That way we can move on.
Are you Haitian?
That's nothing to do with my wrist, buddy.
My question was, are you Haitian?
It doesn't matter.
Like, I'm laughing because it's comical, but it's also extremely sad that this is a threat. Like, we have a president where he uses, oh, they're Mexican, they're Haitian, they're Palestinian as a pejorative. He uses it as a slur. And it is literally become a chorus among the shittiest people in this country of looking at someone that they don't like, looking at someone that they perceive to be non-white, and then questioning their nation of origin as a threat, not like genuinely questioning it, but using that form to threaten them. Oh, I'm going to call ICE on you. Are you Ecuadorian? I'm going to call ICE on you. Are you Mexican? I'm going to send you back to Mexico. Or I'm going to put you in El Salvador, right? You get this guy, he gets arrested. He looks at a cop that's there and he's like, are you Haitian? Are you Haitian? Why are you talking to me? Aren't you Haitian? You should be hiding away at your house because afraid of the DHS is going to come and take you away from your family and you're never going to see your kids again. Even if you're an American citizen, we're going to detain you. You say that you have paperwork that you give us, that it's in your wallet. We might look at it. It might be a few days before we look at it. You're going to just have to stay there in the jail cell while we process his paperwork. And the processing of the paperwork is looking at his wallet, right? Opening it up. But this is what they can do now. Like, the Supreme Court has okayed racial profiling for ICE, and that has really just given a lot of power to people that were already racist and were already trying to diminish people that they think are marginalized and they think they can take advantage of and kind of lord their social status over. We have now people like this being like, are you Haitian? And that is, obviously it's funny because it's just like, what does that have anything to do with it? Like, you're literally being arrested for drunk driving with your kids in the back of your truck, and you're trying to pull rank, and then you're trying to be like, hey, you're not white. Why are you telling me what I can do? And people act like segregation is over and like slavery is a thing of the past. And we have, like, there is no institutional racism right now. You have a federal agent being like, you're not white. Who are you to tell me what to do? That's what you have. He's a federal agent working under a white supremacist president. And people want to act like racism is over. Like, anyone that acts like racism is over is sticking their head in the sand. I mean, if they genuinely believe that. I think a lot of Republicans will say that, but they actually believe, like, no, racism is alive and well, and it's serving my purposes.
That's why I'm trying to do the exercise. That way we can move on.
Are you Haitian?
That's nothing to do with my wrist, buddy.
My question was, are you Haitian?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where he's from. Okay.
It does.
Look, man,
it does.
I really need you to do the exercise. If you're a cop, whatever.
Yeah, I'm a fucking law enforcement,
Okay,
dude.
then stop talking and sit in the back of the car and stop. Stop this.
No, everyone's a Karen at the end of the day. We need to come up with another term for Karen, like a gender neutral term. You can literally see the gears in his head turning when he thinks to profile his way out of a DUI. It's only a matter of time before this shit explodes, dude. Yeah. I mean, yeah, these ICE agents, they do not want, like, these ICE agents are just white supremacist terrorists. Like, they're former Proud Boys or January 6th guys that joined ICE. They don't want to follow laws. Are you kidding me? They just want to be racist and have a, like, get to dress up in cool paramilitary gear. That's all that these people want to do. So yeah, they're not going to follow laws. If they have to if they come into contact with law enforcement, they're going to just be racist because that's what they've been trained to do. Karens and Darrens. Yeah, I know. Okay, so we're going to get into this Gaza stuff, but before we do, let's have a little bit of a palate cleanser and talk about Hassan. Let's talk about Hassan, man, because this shit has been so funny. This shit has been so good. Veterinarian reacts. Okay, so we'll watch this too. What is it? Okay, so God damn, man, the H3 podcast loves to hate on Hassan. So look, you have so many funny skits here, right? Hassan and his dog, he shocks his dog. You have this. Hassan has officially lost to TikTokers. Every woman Hassan Piker has personally victimized watching people turn on him over a dog instead of his blatant documented misogyny. Gorgeous, cool, funny girl. And I'm still not using minoxidil, HO. I stand with Amber Heard. What is this post? I stand with Amber Heard. Did Hassan, is he Johnny Depp now? Did he star in Pirates of the Caribbean? Oh yeah, this is Hassan hiding his shock remote, right? Because look, I love this. I love this so much from these H3 idiots. You're like, oh, Hassan always shocks his dog Kaya. Hassan always shocks his dog Kaya to tell her to lay on the bed. And it's just that this time he shocked her. He accidentally pressed like the turbo shock button on the collar, which caused such a zap that she let out a yelp, and then she went onto her bed. Right? That's what they're claiming. And then to further provide evidence for this, they include a clip of Hassan telling his dog to go onto the bed without using a shock collar, right? They're just like, oh, look, here's a video where both of his hands are completely in line with the camera, and he doesn't press a remote for anything. Where she goes and lays down on the bed. That must mean that he shocks the dog. Hold on, let's unmute it.
Come here, dog.
She thinks she's in trouble.
Good girl. Sit.
Wrong way.
Bro, the way you interact with her. Chad is thanking you, saying thank you, Ray, for being nice to Kaya.
Well, it's a tone thing. Like, she thought she was in trouble because you're being so, like, Ugh. You never Kaya. You just speak like this. It's okay.
This is why she ran to you at Cutie's party last night.
What is this clip supposed to prove? Hassan trying to use Kai as a prop. It's literally a clip of him telling the dog to lay on the bed, and she does. And he doesn't shock her. Oh my god. Okay. First of all, like, when did it become cool for this podcast to be like, oh yeah, let's tell everyone who Hassan's girlfriend is? When did that become a thing?
It's the same.
Introducing my first.
Yeah. No, this post is so fucking good. This post is actually like brain dead. Look at this. So it's a picture of Hassan. He's wearing a bulletproof vest that says press. He's been at violent protests before where he's had this vest on. Once again, he was at the LA protests like a few months ago, and a rubber bullet zipped past his head. It was like a few inches away from his head, right? So he's literally been shot at. He was supposed to debate a guy that got shot in the fucking neck and died like a month ago. Not even a month ago. Oh yeah, actually a month ago. And so he goes out to a protest wearing a bulletproof vest that says press, and then he's also interviewing people. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Hassan, they say this. Hassan has been in autofellatio mode. Autofellatio? Are you a nerd? Autofellatio mode. I stopped. Man, like, does this guy just watch The Big Bang Theory? Wow, he's really been in autofellatio. I can't believe how much autofellatio he's been doing. Wow, you got him, bro. Did you borrow that burn from Ben Shapiro? I stopped listening to anything that asshole has to say after how he treated Ethan on Leftovers. Okay. You're bringing that up? There's more recent drama than that. That's not even why the fan base hates him. It wasn't because of how he acted on Leftovers. Bro, these people are actually mind gone. He just goes on camera, sucks his own dick. Okay, you can't say autofellatio and then say sucks his own dick in the next sentence. That makes you sound more normal. And tells everyone to witness how great he is because he just gave himself some sloppy toppy. Okay, there's number 3. That's 3 different ways for autofellatio that the man has said. His fans love it. I think they just want to see, like, he's literally just describing someone who's on camera, and he's like, I can't believe that he's on camera for people to watch. What a disgusting human being. Look at this. Look at the comment. He never laughed at Ethan's comedic asides, and it drove me nuts. Bro, I can't with these people. They're so dumb. He never laughed at Ethan, and it drove me nuts. Okay, that wasn't even the brain broken thing that I wanted to bring up, guys. 2 things. 1, aren't press vests for war zones only? What? No, they're not. I've never seen any in protests in the US. 2, someone defended him bringing Kaya, saying it was a peaceful protest and the organizers discouraged violence. Okay, so why was he wearing a bulletproof vest? This is honestly pathetic. And then someone says, someone down here says, to be fair, that one political guy did get shot, so he should protect himself. Yeah, not surprising he's wearing a vest. Also not surprising he was only there for like 30 minutes. Yeah, I agree. The press vest on its own isn't really worth ridiculing. Though I guess since it's Hassan, I probably would make fun of him for it just on the basis anyway, since he's such a performative douche. Like, okay, thank you for being self-aware. You're like, yeah, this thing's like, that's completely normal for him to wear, but I'm going to make fun of him for it anyway, because I just don't like him. In the neck, though, so the vest is just performative. Oh my fucking god. They're like, yeah, but Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck, So, and he's wearing a vest that covers his chest, so that's just being performative. It also says press on it. Like, what? Yeah, sure. It says it has a sign on it. Oh my god. Like, these people are just actually masturbating while making anti-Hassan posts. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's crazy. Kaya POV at No Kings. They went after Taylor Lorenz. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to watch too, because I think this is funny. Amaranth, someone who famously is a Trump supporter, getting promoted, is the unproblematic couple, Amaranth and Nick, right? The two Trump supporters that were pretty fucking we had like some anti-trans shit from Amaranth, some unsavory type of shit coming out of this latest election cycle with Amaranth and this guy, right? Oh, this is gonna be so funny, right? Let's watch it.
I got a guy in the cafe. He was just like, Kaya, stop! She's fine. It's okay. It's okay. She's fine. Don't move too much. Just stop. Just calm. It's great. I'm not. It's just vibrating. I'm not shocking her. It just vibrates.
My apologies. I was correct. It's actually vibration.
It's training. Training to be a good dog.
Nunfo, Kaya had a press vest too? What a performative animal. What? I can't believe how performative Kaya is. Absolutely disgusting. Also, like, I don't know, guys, maybe the H3 crowd would hate me because I'm not laughing at Amaranth's comedic asides.
We'll speak up with Kaya, see how she
Yeah. Stop making sounds. Gosh, she's just a baby. That's fine. She's good. My mom spoils her.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, now back to the weather report.
You're welcome. Of course. A Labubu. I wish I was a Labubu. He has that face, right? This is my dog.
Bro, that's awkward as hell. Also, kind of a lame costume. What is this? Supposed to be like Halloween or something? This costume is shit. You couldn't commit to the bit. Get some big pants. Get a big T-shirt. Actually, put your man in a real dog costume. Like, look at this. This is a legit costume for Kaya.
Bro, please.
Kaya, please stop being a fucking baby.
Also, like, I don't know, man. If everyone's making the same joke, is it not kind of tacky for you? Like, is this joke not tacky at this point? To just be like, I have a podcast and I'm gonna have one of my sidekick idiot friends dress up as a dog and then pretend to shock them like at random times throughout the podcast.
Man, just sit there, okay?
I will never understand that. I will never understand. Did you just kick him? What is happening? This is... Can we take his... Hold on. Can we just take his mask off for a second?
Look, this isn't a shock collar, by the way, just so you know.
Oh my...
Oh, fuck. I'm going to be keeping track. I'm going to be keeping track of every podcast, of every content creator that makes this joke. Because all it does is prove they're unfunny. Like, this is... Politics aside, truth aside, this isn't funny. This just straight up isn't funny. When you see everyone doing, like, the same bit, that means it's not a funny bit. Like... Oh, this shit's so funny that like everyone can do it and it's hysterical every single time. What this is just like choosing a team, right? This is just when Ethan Klein's like, oh well, people were nice to me and so now I like them. Now they're on my side. Now Keemstar is on my side. Like, look at this shit. Look at this. No humor in this whatsoever. At least those other guys added a little spice to it and like he went over and kicked the guy. That was entertaining. She looks miserable standing here in this shit ass costume. Like, the costume's so bad. she had to put a name tag of what the costume is on her. It's pretty embarrassing. Like, I guess it's not supposed to be like a costume party or whatever, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna watch this though, because I guess that's what the costume does, gets people to watch it, right?
Oh, now back to the weather report.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Of course. I love Boob. I wish I was a Labubu. He has that face, right? This is my dog.
What the fuck? Was that racist? Was that racist right there? She's like, he has the face of a Labubu? What? He's like, are you a Labubu? Because the costume looks like shit. He's like, I wish I was a Labubu. And then Amaranth says, he has that face?
I wish I was a Labubu. He has that face, right? This is my dog.
Bow wow.
Stop being a bitch. Such a bitch. No, do it again. Get down lower.
Okay.
Yeah, Numpho, that's kind of interesting because all of them also got their brains broken by politics too, right? Also, all of Hassan's friends that actually still agree with this politics and have been in the vicinity of Kaya in the last 2 years have been like, he doesn't shock the dog. And then Ethan says they're just covering for him, which I find endlessly entertaining. I want to see if I can try to find a Reddit post, which I just thought was so funny, and then we can wrap up this subject there.
Perfect.
That was a hilarious bit. I'm glad, like, the stiffer Amaranth got, the more funny it actually was. The more lifeless her speech got, the more stilting her walk was. It just made me cackle with amusement. Okay, he showed up in a press vest, and they're like, "Fuck you, Hassan. Why are you wearing a bulletproof vest when people are getting assassinated?" Okay. Saw such a funny post. I need clips. Just gonna ask Trap Witch, H3 condom? Is that what we're getting here? Okay. Don't post AI videos. Okay, well, we'll keep looking, but let's see if I can find it soon. Oh yeah, this one. Hassan accidentally used the boost button. Okay, I guess we can probably call it. Okay, so yeah, but it is telling that the people that want to criticize Hassan for allegedly electrocuting the animal that he owns are the same ones that have been silent about the tens of thousands and most likely hundreds of thousands of deaths in Gaza that Israel has been committing, that our country has been responsible for through funding and through providing diplomatic coverage and through providing propaganda to help cover Israel's atrocities that it's committed in Gaza. They've been completely silent on that when they've had a direct part to play in the genocide, as all Americans do, and especially Americans with massive public platforms like Amaranth, like Ethan Klein, like XQC, like Charlie Critical, all of these guys. So then, about what, like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, we had Hamas and Israel do a ceasefire. And it was a hostage exchange deal where Israel was going to pull out of 50% of Gaza. They still have 50% completely under their control. And then they released 1,000, I think it was like 948 Palestinian prisoners, and Hamas released 20 Israeli prisoners, and they did a hostage exchange. And since then, Israel has killed 97 Palestinians in Gaza since the start of the ceasefire. So we can go through this, but Gaza violence. Israel strikes Gaza as both Israel and Hamas accuse each other of breaching ceasefire. So remember when Zohran was asked the question on Fox News, why don't you give Donald Trump credit for bringing about an end to the war in Gaza? Well, because he didn't bring about an end of the war. He created a ceasefire to do a hostage negotiation. That's what he did. That is not an end to the war. And so, let's get into this. Israel's government said Sunday it struck dozens of Hamas terror targets across Gaza in response to earlier attacks against its troops by Hamas militants in southern Gaza. A sudden escalation of violence that threatened to derail a fragile ceasefire that's been in effect for less than a week. I don't understand this language. Israel fired rockets into Gaza, and they say that it threatens to derail a ceasefire? The ceasefire is broken, bro. The ceasefire is gone. The ceasefire hasn't been... That's not a threat to derail it. That is a complete catastrophic failure of the ceasefire. Hamas responded that it was not involved in any attacks and was committed to the ceasefire. Once again, Israel has also been funding militant groups within Gaza in order to try to destabilize Hamas. So if it is extremely likely that it is these very militant groups that Israel has been funding that has been using those arms back against the IDF, right? Because the IDF did not pull out of Gaza. Contrary to popular belief, the IDF is still within Gaza. They have 50% of Gaza under their control. So yeah, if you want to actually create a ceasefire and you don't want to, if you don't want to try to goad Palestinians, you don't want to try to create a situation in which the ceasefire is going to deteriorate, maybe you should pull the fuck out of Gaza, right? But no, Israel wants the hostages out. Netanyahu wanted two things. He wanted the hostages out, and he wanted to get them out without having to pull out of Gaza with his troops. And he got both of those two things. And now he's going to continue his ethnic cleansing of Gaza. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to be shocked if there actually is a lasting ceasefire, because the ceasefire lasted about a week and then it stopped. Maybe we can have another ceasefire, right? But the ceasefire that Donald Trump created lasted a week. Israel's military said Sunday that terrorists had attacked Israeli troops operating in the Rafah area with gunfire and an anti-tank missile. In response, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu directed that strong action be taken against terrorist targets in the Gaza Strip. Israel's look at this. It's not that, we should take out the people that attacked us. It's we should take action against terrorist targets in the Gaza Strip. So just attack whoever they want to make an example of whatever Palestinians they want to try to kill. They're literally just using this paramilitary group that they funded that then attacked the IDF. If that's even the case, we don't know for sure because Israel lies about everything. But let's take them at their word. They were attacked by terrorist groups. Hamas said it wasn't them, so it's these terror groups that Israel was funding that attacked the IDF, and then they're using that as an excuse to further destabilize Hamas, further kill more Palestinians in positions of power that they want to take out so that Palestine doesn't have a good place to negotiate from, that they're not set up to actually create this technocratic government that would supplant Hamas as the leader of Gaza. Yeah. Well, glad to have you here, Kelsey, but... Oh yeah, you're right. BVA 11. They haven't all been silent. Some have some have actively been cheering on the genocide. Hamas said in a statement that it had been cut off from its remaining groups in the Rafah area and was unaware of any violence taking place there, and that it added that it remained fully committed to the ceasefire agreement. Hamas official Izzat al-Rishk also accused Israel in a statement on Sunday of violating the deal and fabricating pretexts to justify its crimes. Like, where is the condemnation of Israel's attacks? Where are the people that are trying to hold Israel accountable for violating the ceasefire? If Hamas had violated the ceasefire, the entire world would be condemning them. Where's all the condemnations of Israel for doing this? It's just going to be like a mother with an unruly child that always gives in to the child's whims and just looks ashamed. Sorry, boys will be boys. This is just how he is. We just have learned to live with it. Just this petulant child always acting out, always being spoiled by the parents. This is what Israel is acting as. And then you have like the fucking older brother that is it's like the prodigal son, right? The prodigal son. Israel's the prodigal son, and you have the guy that is not held to the same standard at all. But not held to the same standard and always blamed for everything going wrong, right? That's what Hamas is experiencing. I mean, dude, they committed war crimes on October 7th. That's for damn sure. But you cannot tell me that Hamas is held to the same standards as Israel in the West in terms of governments or in terms of media. That's absolutely insane to say. AP reported that Israel had halted aid into Gaza following the attacks. Oh, that's great. They halted aid. Why? Who the fuck decided that Israel should be the arbiter of aid into Gaza? Why was that not part of the ceasefire agreement? To be like, if we're talking about a lasting peace, where's the part of the plan that says Israel cannot decide whether aid goes into Gaza or not? What is happening? It later decided to resume some deliveries on Monday. Netanyahu said in a statement that 2 Israeli soldiers were killed in the clashes. One day earlier, an Israeli attack on a bus in Gaza City killed a family of 11 people returning to visit their ruined home. That's great. The family included 7 children, the youngest of whom was 5 years old. Ooh, boy. 7 children killed by Israel. Israeli forces said the bus was beyond the yellow line. Gazans have been warned not to cross and that the troops face an imminent threat before firing a tank shell at the vehicle. It was unexploded ordnance? Is that true? So you're saying that 2 Israeli soldiers just walked onto a fucking bomb they walked onto an Israeli bomb that never blew up. They died. And then Israel killed like 50 people because of it. Bro, what the fuck? Gaza's media office has accused Israel of violating the ceasefire agreement 80 times since it took effect. The ceasefire agreement brokered by the U.S. included the release of the hostages. In exchange, Israel released nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners. Hamas has also returned the bodies. Oh, now it's 1,144 people were killed on October 7th. Then Benny Hill music played. Oh God, why are you making me laugh in the face of such a sad story? Okay, so what do we have here? Israeli forces arrest Palestinians in West Bank raids. Well, man, this is probably going to bring Hila Klein back. I think you can see her right here. Or actually, I think she's back here. Yeah, that really brings Hila back. 10,800 Palestinians are being held in Israeli prisons under grave conditions. 3,629 are held without charge or trial. 24 bodies brought to Al-Ada Hospital in 24 hours. 24 bodies and 74 wounded people. Israeli air raids hit multiple areas across Gaza. At least 42 people were killed across the territory. Israeli forces targeted a displaced people's tent in the Nasserat refugee camp, killing 6. 6 others were killed in an attack on a group of civilians in northern Gaza. Leave it to Israel to always target the worst of the worst among the Palestinians, only targeting the absolute most deadly of Palestinian terrorists. Israeli forces killed 2 Palestinians inside Gaza City. 2 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli military gunfire in the Tuffa neighborhood of Gaza City. Beloved Gaza veterinarian killed during ceasefire. Yeah, where are all of the animal lovers when it comes to people like this, right? Palestinian veterinarian in Gaza that took care of animals, and he gets killed by Israel during a ceasefire, mind you, during a fucking ceasefire. He's confirmed that one of its veterinarians, Mohamed Abu Rukba, was killed while trying to check on his home in Jabalia in the north of the territory. Abu Rukba has gone missing after the ceasefire came into effect. The group did not share details about how and when exactly he was killed, but Israel has been shooting Palestinians whom it deems to have crossed an invisible line of Israeli control. He was an example of good manners and generosity, carrying a message of mercy. You have fucking Amaranth dressing her boyfriend up as Kaya and like, I love ending cruelty. Like, it's just so dystopian. Lebanese state. Palestinians pick olives as settlers, intimidate them. So this is in the West Bank. Like, dude, how much of a fucking scumbag do you have to be to hassle like grandmas, man? This is someone's grandma. If her grandchildren are still alive, just trying to pick olives, like she's living in trash. Look at this rusted ass barrel. These fences are completely rusted to hell. She can't even. There's a fucking door on the ground there. This is a miserable, like, she's living in the absolute worst possible shelter, and this guy's not even letting her do that. Just trying to harvest some olives. And then the IDF comes and they burn a fucking car. Well, I guess not even the IDF. It's even worse. It's the Israeli settlers. Palestinian first responders douse the flames. I mean, it's just so fucked up. There's an invisible line because Netanyahu wants to continue his genocide, and so he refuses to pull troops out past the 50% mark. And so if you wander over the invisible line, the IDF they just can't contain themselves. It's an excuse to kill more Palestinians, right? A bus carrying a family of 11, including 7 children, wandered over the invisible line as they're trying to find the fucking remains of their house that we blew up. Let's fire a tank shell at it. They fired a fucking tank shell into a bus, killing 7 children and 4 adults of the same family because they crossed an invisible line.
I just sat with a little wonderful lady who's trying to rebuild her home in the rubble of her home, and she said to me, she apologized to me that she couldn't offer me tea. We should be apologizing to her. The world needs to apologize to her. It's not her fault that she can't offer me tea. It's because we didn't manage to stop this conflict. We didn't manage to stop this devastation. And she's telling me we need to clear the rubble. We need water, the sanitation. Sewage here. We've got to get the power back on so we can start to get the sanitation system back in place. We have a massive 60-day plan now to surge in food, get 1 million meals out there a day, start to rebuild the health sector, bring in tents for the winter, get hundreds of thousands of kids back into school.
anyway, yeah, man, it's just, I don't know. People want to pretend like this is over, and it's not. It's not over at all. Like, bro, they fucking stopped aid in for the week. Why is Israel, dude, the fucking troops situation or not? Why the fuck is Israel still the one deciding whether aid goes into Gaza or not? People established there was a famine not that long ago. There was a famine in Gaza caused by Israel. How are we letting the people that caused a famine because they wanted to kill everyone in the area now let in food? How is that who made that decision, bro? But it really just is part and parcel with the type of deal making, and I use air quotes, deal making that Donald Trump does, because Trump doesn't give a fuck what actually happens. Once again, man, this is why I'm saying these No Kings protests got underneath the Trump's skin, because he actually cares about what people think, but he cares about his image. All he cared is that the hostages were out, right? He made a deal, the hostages got out. Now he can put that on his resume. I got the hostages out. He can parade around on that. I got the hostages out. I'm a great deal maker. I got them out. I stopped the war. The Palestinians, they started it up again. Like, it doesn't matter to him. All that matters is that he did the thing and he can move on from it. There's no issues resolved at all. That was a meaningless non-factor. Just absolutely meaningless. Took a little bit of pressure off of Netanyahu domestically. All right, it took a little bit of pressure off of him, but there's still going to be IDF soldiers killing themselves because of they can't get the images of the atrocities they committed out of their minds when they leave active duty. It's still going to leave Israel as a pariah state. He's still going to have a difficult time keeping his coalition government together because the Israelis aren't going to want to be at war forever. There's not going to be Israelis that want to be at war forever. There's going to be some that do. But there's going to be some that are like, I want to vacation in Italy. I want to go to Spain. I don't want to have to live in Israel where we're getting missiles chucked at us every few months because we piss off everyone in the region. This was nothing, man. This was nothing. 97 Palestinians dead. The IDF has violated the ceasefire 80 times since then. Hamas has done nothing. These paramilitary groups that Netanyahu has been funding attacked IDF soldiers, allegedly, according to the IDF themselves, and then they use that as an excuse to bomb refugee camps. A veterinarian tries to find the rubble of his collapsed home, and he gets sniped by an IDF soldier because they're like, oh, he crossed over the magic line, now we can kill him. A family is trying to find the remains of their house, and a fucking IDF tank shoots the bus they're driving in, killing 11 children. And we're acting like this war is over, and if you're not celebrating, then you're a grifter that just wants to profit off of genocide. Or you're an ingrate that doesn't want to give Donald Trump the laurels that he deserves. This is a Palestinian woman that got shot in the West Bank. You can tell it's the West Bank because the ambulance isn't getting nuked by the IDF. They just have soldiers there, preventing other Palestinians from trying to reach the body of their loved one. Just fucking dragging her away, man. Shoot a Palestinian in the West Bank, drag her away. And then when like the daughter or the relative or friend tries to reach the person who obviously needs medical attention, she gets assaulted by an IDF soldier. And then you have shit like this where people are acting like this is the end of the world and Hassan must be deplatformed, Twitch must be shut down because of this, right? Like you have guys like Ethan Klein posting shit like, this is the issue with Twitch, they're absolutely horrible and Hassan's to blame for it. Because the streamer gets assaulted on video. But like, dude, just once again, man, this is bad. This is shit. Like, no one deserves to be forcefully assaulted like that. But we need to talk about the scale of violence, man. Like, look, I get it. This person's a celebrity. But there's a genocide going on in Gaza. There's ethnic cleansing in Gaza. There's ethnic cleansing in the West Bank. Our country is propping this shit up. And no one's talking about it. They're talking about this. Guys like Ethan Klein, liberal Zionists like Ethan Klein will look at this and be like, Dan Clancy's anti-Semitic or he's a creep or whatever because he allowed this to happen. Twitch needs to go. But he's not talking about these soldiers like punching a woman in the face because she wants to be with her mother. She wants to get her mother medical attention, and then they drag the body of her mother away from her as they're like assaulting a woman trying to like get to her shot mother or her sister or friend. I know people's priorities are just so fucked up, and like I know you guys all know because I've been covering it, and I try to make it a point to continue covering it, because it really it's a big fucking issue, and it's mind-boggling that people aren't talking about it more. Okay, like look. What did that guy Charlie Critical do? People are saying, oh, he made a post about Israel and Palestine. He made a post. He made a post about it, right? What was his video? What was his video? What do you got? I'm getting censored. I can't believe this timeline. Was the dog horror movie any good? Another prankster. She made people dislike her. Crazy's copyright. Taylor Swift. Stop sleeping on this. Is that Israel and Palestine? Stop sleeping? Probably not. God, he really is a little fucking caveman. He looks like the fucking humans from Ice Age.
I was going to turn on the desk light here to illuminate it. Always stands tall, standing up straight, firm, and basically nothing can like crush him or like move him or anything, because when he was a firefighter, he caught some debris that was about to fall and kill a child, saving her life. So when that story broke, people started to believe in him with that perception of being like immovable, firm. So it gave him those powers. It's a creative spin in the genre. I actually really appreciated it.
Okay,
but
this is absolute bullshit. It's critical Israel. What was his video? Moist critical. Oh, it's the I can't believe this timeline. Is that what it is? My computer is not doing so hot.
It's so crazy. It's so despicable, and yet it's stopped being surprising now. P. Diddy right now. Wow. So basically, if you're not like eating out of this guy's gooch and supporting Israel on everything, you're a Nazi. Brainwashing because so many people, because at the end of the day, justice wasn't really served. 4 years in jail for the diddler, the fucking baby oil behemoth. That's unhinged. That's just so twisted. But that's the times we're living in. Like, it is crazy the times we're living in. I also just saw today fucking Benjamin Netanyahu just openly stating in front of the whole world his plans on brainwashing because so many people are turning on Israel. So he was asked like what he plans to do about it. And you know what? Since I'm just yapping, I'm just gonna go ahead and go on this topic now too.
I guess I'm curious about what's another game plan if we lose evangelical support for the state of Israel? What's our backup plan to be strong, like outside the diaspora?
Christian influencers. Okay. You said, we talked about the woke right, and you said, I call it the woke Reich. That's a brilliant observation. The woke Reich, because these people, you know, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane. They're movies.
Yeah, that's his strategy. A galaxy brain chess maneuver here. Call everyone that doesn't support Israel Nazis. Whoa! Holy shit!
Did he say that? Oh, that's funny. A lot of Nazis actually do support Israel, but did he call them Nazis? He just said that the left is the same as the right. And also, Charlie, there's a lot of Nazis. There are a lot of Nazis on the right. Yeah, there are a lot of Nazis that don't like Israel on the right. There are a lot of Nazis that do like Israel on the right too. Maybe not so much in this current political climate. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of fucking Nazis on the right.
This he's alting right now. Wow. So basically, if you're not like eating out of this guy's gooch and supporting Israel on everything, you're a Nazi.
To secure that part of the base of our support in the United States, that is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money. Money of NGOs, vast. Money of governments, vaster. Okay? We have to fight back. How do we fight back? Our influencers.
Just in case you forgot,
no gooch
Israel literally pays influencers to suck their wiener and just be like these loyal little lapdogs to always just lap up whatever Netanyahu's gooch is sweating out. Like, it's unbelievable. And he's just...
What's unbelievable to me is that Charlie Critical's doing the exact same criticism of Israel as every conservative Nazi is. Interesting. No mention of the Palestinians at all. No mention of why Israel's as unpopular as it ever has been. But man, let's just ignore all of that shit and complain that if we don't support Israel, we're considered anti-Semitic now, which is what, you know, everyone that's actually been criticizing Israel in the first place has been dealing with. But yeah, you're not criticizing Israel at all. You're just complaining about the lack of free speech, right? He doesn't actually have any criticisms beyond that because he doesn't have any he doesn't pay attention to it at all. Oh God, fuck him. Ugh. Yeah, like when you don't have criticisms of Israel, the only criticism you actually have is I can't criticize Israel. Okay, well, what would you criticize them for? Why don't you actually exercise your free speech that you have to criticize Israel instead of complaining that you can't?
Being like super open about it. Like he is just saying that in front of people's faces and nobody seems to care.
And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle. And the most important ones are the social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is TikTok. TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one that's most important? X. X. Exactly. Very good. And, you know, so we have to talk to Elon. He's not an enemy. He's a friend. We should talk.
Dude, he literally is anti-Semitic.
If we can get those two things, we get a lot. And I could go on other things, but that's not the point right now.
Spoiler warning for those without thinking caps on. Censorship. He's talking about censorship. Damn to free speech. Benjamin Netanyahu's got other ideas. It's something he's talked about plenty in the past. He's not exactly shy with it. He's very loosey-goosey with the censorship topic, and he's talking about it again. He recognizes how everyone sharing videos and information about the atrocities and all the slaughter of the Palestinians at the hands of the IDF is making people turn on Israel. So now genocidal freak is going up to Elon
Charlie.
Musk. Oh, Mr. Musk, can we do something about like all these pesky voices sharing all of this? It's censorship. Super weird, by the way, how a foreign nation seems to have so much pull over things happening in our homeland. Why can Netanyahu come out with his full ass on display talking about like how algorithms on the platforms here need to cater to him, and also he should be talking to Elon about Twitter so they can do something together in regards to like the people not liking Israel anymore and what they're having access to. Why is that?
Look, explaining what Israel is doing and what Netanyahu is trying to do with his, paying influencers, censoring people, getting people labeled as anti-Semitic for the criticism of Israel, that's all well and good. That's important, right? But what's more important is actually, talking about what Israel's doing to the Palestinians. A lot of people, a lot of Americans have this vague idea of, Israel's not treating the Palestinians right. Israel's doing some fucked up shit to the Palestinians. A lot of people have that idea. Oh, fuck. But when you focus solely on the criticisms of Israel, in my opinion, I think that's doing a disservice. Like, sure, it's going to get people to dislike Israel when you're like, they're censoring people, they're trying to push a narrative. That's going to get people to dislike Israel. And this might be too nitpicky from me, but I think that's getting people to dislike it for the wrong reasons. I think that's playing into these, these Jewish conspiracy theories that are so popular on the right, that are really animating right-wing Nazi-filled Twitter right now. It is full of that shit. Oh, Israel is controlling the government. Israel is controlling our speech. And while unfortunately that's true, I do think that you are missing kind of the forest for the trees when you focus solely on that, and you're not spending the majority of your time talking about what it's doing to Palestine, the colonization that it's doing, the power struggles that Israel is engaged with. And I think it's as simple as this. You're complaining that Israel's censoring people. You have a massive platform. Instead of complaining about being censored, why don't you just do the thing that you know Israel doesn't want you to do, right? Like, sure, you can have that as a secondary layer. I'm telling you what Israel's doing, and Israel doesn't like that. In fact, they're paying people to push propaganda in the opposite direction. I'm going to cover that propaganda and show you why it's wrong and how they're getting paid for it. That'd be great. But if your main criticism of Israel is that they're censoring people, I think you're kind of missing the plot. I think you are playing into right-wing Jewish conspiracy theories, because Israel censoring people is not the worst thing they're doing. They're murdering hundreds of thousands of Palestinians in an effort to remove an entire population from an area of land so that they can claim it for their own. That's the worst thing they're doing. And you're just sitting there complaining that they're censoring people on the internet instead of actually just saying the thing that they're trying to censor. Like, you could be the voice to fight against the censorship instead of actually just complaining against the censorship. I don't know. Does that make sense, guys? I just think there's more pressing issues to cover Israel on than them censoring people. That's definitely an aspect of the genocide they're doing. But all Tesla EV Swazis ever since he did the salute. People still drive him over here, but that's a little nitpicky. He at least said that Israel's doing a genocide. That's good.
information about the atrocities and all the slaughter of the Palestinians at the hands of the IDF is making people turn on Israel. So now genocidal freak is going up to Elon Musk. Oh, Mr. Musk, can we do something about like all these pesky voices sharing all of this? It's censorship. Super weird, by the way, how a foreign nation seems to have so much pull over things happening in our homeland. Why can Netanyahu come out with his full ass on display talking about like how algorithms on the platforms here need to cater to him, and also he should be talking to Elon about Twitter so they can do something together in regards to like the people not like.
Let's just be honest. The reason Charlie's covering it from this angle is because that is the angle that his audience has been conditioned to. His audience has been conditioned to disbelieving big organizations and doubting institutions and saying that, oh yeah, well, they're trying to censor you, but they haven't been conditioned to, let's all pull out the humanitarian parts of ourselves and look at some suffering that's going on in a certain part of the world and then be politically engaged. These guys are the same guys that are like, I can't believe that my favorite protagonist in a video game used to have size triple D breasts and now they only have double D breasts. This is ruining life for me. Like that's the type of audience that he has, and it's easier for people like that to go along with they're censoring my speech narrative rather than let's actually care about something and be genuine for once and try to help end human suffering that we are responsible for causing. That's a little bit too real for the people in his audience. So at the end of the day, this is a cowardly angle to criticize Israel from. It just simply is. Like, he's saying that they want to censor people because everyone said that they're doing genocide. Well, everyone except you, Charlie, right? Right? Everyone except you is saying that Israel's doing genocide.
Liking Israel anymore and what they're having access to. Why is that? Like, that shouldn't be allowed, right? Like, what the fuck? This guy gets to come in and, like, completely wash our fucking freedom of speech in order to fit his censorship agenda? Cool. How about no, goober? Like, come on. This should be an outrage to everybody, but it's not. It's just not. And that's just the signs of the times that we're in. Like, I made a video the other day about Ted Cruz with his slip-up where he said to stop attacking pedophiles.
Senator Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? I want you to look at what happened when the National Guard went to D.C.
Quite the Freudian slip. And as I said, there's no way he meant to say that. But he never corrects it or anything. No one points it out. And what he's talking about didn't pertain to pedophiles at all. His crime statistics were robbery, homicide, and rape. 2 out of 3 of those he covered previously. The last one, robbery, that doesn't relate to stopping attacking pedophiles. Like, those two don't connect. You can't put the square piece into the circle hole on that one. And I saw people saying that it was intellectually dishonest to paint it as anything other than just like an embarrassing flub. Which is fair enough, I suppose, because I'm not trying to make the claim that this is him fully admitting to things and he's going full mask off. Ted Cruz did, notably, reject the release of the Epstein files. Like, from all available information, it seems he has been against the release of the Epstein files, judging from his votes in regards to it. So I did pose that, here's a little food for thought. There may be a little something there, possibly, but overall, the video I was...
He literally meant to say that. Like, what did he mean to say? What's the Freudian slip? What did he actually mean to say? We should stop, like, we should stop attacking pediatricians? What did he mean to say? Yeah, Trump's a pedophile and he doesn't want people to attack Trump anymore. Like, what? Am I wrong on that?
It's just taking the piss out of it. That's really it. But that was somehow incendiary and made people mad about, like, to portray him clearly having a flub there with his words is absurd. And I just don't understand how we've reached this point where you can't even like point out the absurdity of something so fucking preposterous like a politician saying, stop attacking pedophiles. It's crazy to me. But I saw people putting words in his mouth saying what he meant to say, stop defending pedophiles. But again, that doesn't fit with what he's actually talking about here in the full context of what's going on. So why is he even bringing up pedophiles in the first place? It's super fucking weird. That's all I was saying, and making fun of him for it.
He said stop pedophiles versus stop attacking pedophiles. No, he didn't, bro. Did he really mean to say that?
Senator Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? I want you to look at what happened when the National Guard.
I think that's a case of Tucker Carlson when he's like, we all know that segregation was the worst thing. It's like Tucker Carlson passed the QuickTime event. Ed Cruz failed the QuickTime event. Anyway. Okay, come on. Take us home, Charlie.
Mouth, saying what he meant to say, stop defending pedophiles. But again, that doesn't fit with what he's actually talking about here in the full context of what's going on. So why is he even bringing up pedophiles in the first place? It's super fucking weird. That's all I was saying, and making fun of him for it. The same way I've made fun of other flubs and weird stuff from politicians, like Biden, when he'd talk about like kids rubbing his leg hairs and shit like that. But things have just changed so fucking drastically. It's a totally different ballgame. But I'm gonna harp on Ted Cruz for a moment, because I just don't understand the glaze. I don't know how he has fucking hog riders. I do not get the pedophiles that will defend him tooth and nail, when he himself has said that the reason he got into Congress 13 years ago is to defend the interests of Israel.
I came into Congress 13 years ago
Yes.
with the stated intention of being the leading defender of Israel in the United States Senate.
Great.
And I've worked every day to do that.
So you are an American politician whose sole purpose for being here is to defend the interests of a foreign nation here, domestically. I just don't know how that's not treasonous. I'm just going to say it. I don't get how that is not just like full-blown treason. I saw quite a few takes when it came out about Israel paying influencers for like positive PR and stuff, and people were tossing the word treason around in regards to that. This is that times 50. I don't know how this one gets a pass. I don't get how that gets a pass. He is supposed to represent the state of Texas. You would think as an American politician, you would be prioritizing the interests of the nation that you're representing. But instead, he is openly saying that he got into this for the sole reason.
Yeah, bro, this is not a video on Israel. This is a video on basically AIPAC. That's what it is. Not... Charlie, Israel finally lost Charlie. No, they didn't, dude. They didn't lose Charlie. He just doesn't like this censorship. Are you kidding me? If Israel got a little bit less loud with the censorship and the disinformation and like influencer campaigns that they're running, Charlie wouldn't give a fuck what they're doing, because he doesn't give a fuck. He didn't talk about it. He literally just said, oh, people are saying they did genocide and that's why they don't like them anymore. Yeah, that's what he said. Oh, people on TikTok are saying that Israel does genocide and that's why young people don't like them anymore.
Of supporting a foreign nation here. Now, again, I'm not the most politically savvy guy on the planet. I'm a fucking...
Dude, holy shit. You made fun of Ted Cruz for saying that we need to stop attacking pedophiles. And then people criticized you. And we're expecting Charlie... And, like, he cared about that so much. What, like, he said, what video is this? This is the... I can't believe this timeline. That's the video he made. This is a Ted Cruz thing. It was the same week. It's like 3 days later. It bothered him so much that he brought it up again. He's like, oh my God, like, I can't believe that I got criticized for laughing at Ted Cruz. You think he's going to take a stand against Israel other than like the censorship aspect?
Neanderthal, I get that. I am a Cro-Magnon man when it comes to this. But I just...
What do we have? Did he comment? Did he comment? Did he comment? The irony of Netanyahu saying Elon is a friend after doing 2 big fat Nazi salutes on national television is crazy. Charlie is not suicidal. Nice JQ thing there. Never thought I'd see Charlie go after Israel. I love it. Really didn't. Charlie clowning on Netanyahu's not expected, but very welcomed. You know, shit's getting real when Penguinzo criticizes the Prime Minister of Israel. Imagine a U.S. politician joins the U.S. Congress and says his goal is to defend the interests of Pakistan. Okay. Let's finish this up. And I'm going to call it.
Understand, I cannot wrap my head around how people will support that. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. He's also never there anytime Texas needs him, like in the event of like tragedies and shit, like with the flood, the freeze from quite a few years back. He always seems to be on vacation. Like, it's just, it's, I'll stop harping on Ted Cruz in particular. I'm just fucking blabbering here. It's 4 a.m. Obviously, it's another insomnia-fueled evening, so I can't help but just blabber. But my God, it's just crazy the times we're living in. Anyway, that's really about it. So.
All right, guys. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. But anyway, good protest over the weekend. Guys, I'm going to hang it up. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your evening, the rest of your morning. Get some sleep. Get some coffee to wake up. Whatever your situation is. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I'll be back later. See ya.